fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll begin here with Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. A carry for Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Adams. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, Adams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Adams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll block the throw, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Throwing, Bridgewater, and that's incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, That's why he was able to bat it away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get wide now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down, Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Delta.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third down, it's Adams. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that does.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son! Over! Okay, check flag 47! Check flag 47!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're on it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Richmond!
On 3rd down, Gabbert. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Bridgewater on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's complete to Meredith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Murray, the lone setback. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Gabbard. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Evans has it left side. 23 yards on the play.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try the left side. Adams finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down. On second down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Again, this is Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Adams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it here with Adams. Adams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Again, here's Adams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, Gabbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Gabbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Richmond.
From the red zone now, Gabbert. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Gabbard again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. Second down, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
4 down, check, 4 down. Get wide now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So following the interception, here's Gabbard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Delta.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught by Meredith right side. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Here we go. Gotta go. We got 4.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And again, it's Bridgewater. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Bridgewater again. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Gabbard. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 18. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
53's the mic. 53, check.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. fantasy owners
Yeah.
who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One last shot now for Gabbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints.